Hi, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to Cybercrush 2069. Last time we got done with our second date with Rosamund, and we helped out Duke's daughter. Alright, we're still at the ICU bed at the current moment. You have to go now, that's sad, but we'll meet again, says Rosamund. Hold on, those are the DLC things. Oh, our clinic orders have not updated quite yet, and we still can't do anything with that. Can we buy any more crafting gear? Yeah, we can actually. I don't know. Interesting. Unga Bunga, we have crafting things. What to do? Ooh. I suppose we could meet the final girl. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Let's do it. Nothing like a good meal at the end of a long day. It's been a good thing that this place is still around and that its quality hasn't changed after all these years. Good bang for your buck, I think to myself. Now, I wonder if I should keep to my usual or I should try something exotic, I think to myself. Maybe I should ask the waitress for a recommendation. Oh, she's over there. Here's your order of baozai. Thank you so much for patronizing our services. The old man always has me order this. What's so good about it anyway? Asked Himeko. An android? Well, that's unusual. Oh, she's coming over here, I say. Hi, I'm Simone7, and I'll be your waitress tonight, she says. What can I get you? Oh, I say. Could I start with a pot of house tea, please? I haven't really made up my mind yet, I say. Maybe I'll have decided when you come back, thanks. You said please? Asked Simone. And thanks? Happy big smile, happy eyes closed. I mean, of course, right away. Now, what was that all about, I ask. What a cutie, though. And with her own personality, too. Her make is a couple years out of date, I think, and I'm surprised a model like her still exists. She's definitely been around, I say. Now, let's see. Okay. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to bear with me. I am going to mispronounce these. Terribly wrong, most likely, but I'm going to roll with it as we go. Because, good lord, it seems like this is going to be a bit of a mess whenever it comes to words I can't pronounce. Alright, so here we go. There's Karsubo. Their Hagro looks succulent. And there's the Century Egg Concrete looks luscious. Everything on their menu looks good to me. I'm tempted to just order the first thing I think of. I can't make up my mind. Once again, sorry about that mess of a sentence I just spat out. Have you decided on your order? Asked Simone. About that, I'm still not sure. Everything looks delicious, I say. What would you recommend? I ask her. You're asking me for my recommendations, but I'm an android, asked Simone. That's true, but I would still like your recommendation. I can see that. I'm not blind, you know, so what's good around here? You know, you're right. What would you know? No. That's true, but I would still like your recommendation. Oh, well, the spring rolls are a crowd favorite, but if you were to ask me what my personal favorite dish here is, I'd recommend the Mao Tofu, prepared with the Tai Pao. It's to die for, she says. Sounds great. My Pao Tofu and Tai Pao it is then, I say. Right away, I promise that you won't regret it, she says. Simone7, I ask. Before you get my order, may I ask you a few questions? Sure, I guess, she says. You're an Aperon C-Series JF full-service model, aren't you? I ask her. Yes, sir, I am, but I would appreciate it if you didn't announce that to the entire room, she says. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it something that you're sensitive about, I ask her. You really don't need to apologize for what you are, I say. It's just that my model has a certain reputation, and ever since we've been superseded by the Aperon D series, a full-service model, we've never been given a chance to grow beyond it, she says. I am lucky to have landed a job here as a waitstaff member, she says. I've heard that my sisters weren't as fortunate, she says. That's just awful, I say. But I'm glad you're doing okay. That's the first time anyone said anything like that to me, says Simone. Pardon me, I am Zoe Chang, the waitstaff supervisor. You may call me Zoe, she says. Is there a problem here? Is she troubling you, sir? She asked Zoe. What? No, not at all, Zoe, I say. In fact, I'm the one keeping her from doing her job. Sorry about that, I say. I'll let you go now. It was really nice talking to you, I say. I enjoyed talking to you too. I'll get your order now. I promise you'll enjoy it, she says. Zoe gives me a curt nod and leaves as well. She's protective of Simone. As for the food, as Simone promised, it was excellent. I tried to enjoy the meal, but for some reason my thoughts kept going back to my android waitress. I'm not sure why. She's just another android, right? One of many that serve the city, I think to myself. Maybe it's because she feels more like a real person to me than simply just a machine. But still, I can't keep my eyes off of her. She goes table to table. Freshen your tea, she asks. Yes, please, I say. So, was the food everything I promised? Asked Simone. Yes, and so much more, I say. I should have tried these dishes a long time ago instead of just sticking with what I know, I say. I'm sure you stuck to them because they are familiar, and there's a lot of comfort in that, Simone says. You hit the nail on the head, I say to her. Oi, some service over here, says Draco. Yeah, service, says Luca. I've got to go, but I'll be back just in case you need anything, says Simone. The food was great, but I get a feeling of growing unease in the pit of my gut. Jade Palace has seen more than its share of yahoos, but there's something off about these two. Something about their cyber gear, I think to myself. I watch them out of the corner of my eye as I ate my meal. Sirs, I will inform you only once that we do not tolerate any sort of abuse towards a member of our waitstaff. If you cannot be civil, I will be forced to ask you to leave, says Zoe. Ha ha. It's not abuse if it's the truth, says Jacko. Yeah, it's the truth, says Luca. Matter of fact, you liked it when you got grabbed like this, didn't you? Come here and give us some. Paws at Simone's chest and rips open her chest plate. No, please, says Simone. Sir, I demand that you take your hands off my colleague, says Zoe. Colleague? She calls it a colleague, says Jacko. This is no colleague, you twat. It's a droid. It's fake. Points gun at Zoe. Yeah, it's a fake, says Luca. I see Zoe whip out an electric baton. She has it at max. I can see the blue arcs play across the baton. I reach into my pockets as I get to Zoe's side. I feel the switch of the overdrive module and toggle it. Jocko? Jocko, says Luca. I can't move, man. I can't move. Oi, you pestering git. This is your doing, ain't it? Asked Jocko. I thought I recognized your gear was faultin', I say. That's military-grade hardware, I say. No doubt black market, but well-known and easily countered if you have the right tools, I say. Zoe, think you can handle it to here? I'll go see to Simone right now. I don't understand what you did, but I sure will, says Zoe. Sir, no, you mustn't look. This is so humiliating. Yeah, this looks bad, but I can fix it. It won't take much effort. I see what's wrong here. Not to worry, I got some spare parts for you down at the workshop. I'm sorry that happened. Are you hurt? Is there anything I can do to help you? I'll tell her I got some spare parts. Spare parts, she asked. Spare? You want to strip me for parts, don't you? She asked. What? No, no, please, I can't. I don't want to be junk, she says. Crap, what did I do? I look over my shoulder. That bat-ass supervisor's coming over. Yipes. All done. Those thugs aren't going to bother us in any way. Hey, hold on. What happened? I can fix her up and explain all this, I swear. Please don't beat me. With all due respect, sir, you better, says Zoe. I'm coming with you. No, really, I can manage on my own, honest, I say. I only brought my motorcycle. I'm not sure if 3 people could fit. I can fold myself up to occupy the least amount of space. I promise I won't be a bother, says Simone. Simone, you're the furthest thing from a bother right now, so relax. We got you, says Zoe. Now, as for you, Mr. Zoe asks. Fuckboy King, I say. Right, Fuckboy King. Number 1, while I do appreciate all the help earlier, it's unlikely I'd leave our precious Simone alone with a stranger, she says. And number 2, forget about your bike. We're taking the Sun Wukong. The Sun Wu what? I ask. The Sun Wukong, the company Magvul car? It's faster and comfier that way, and your bike will be safe in the parking. You coming or not? Asked Zoe. Ma'am, yes ma'am, thank you for the ride and your trust. You won't regret this. Sweet, I get to hitch a ride with a beautiful, no. Coming, boy. Okay, yes ma'am, you will not regret this. I'm watching you, you know, says Zoe. You seem decent, but Simone's the baby of our team. Anything happens to her, you're gonna have to get your chow mein somewhere else. Got it? Asked Zoe. Ma'am, yes ma'am, I'll do my best, I say. Good. I like an eager beaver. So, where's this workshop of yours, she asks. Clinical Operating Theater. At the workshop, Simone has calmed down, but I noticed her eyes would dart every now and then to the boxes of spare cable and machinery I had stacked on the shelves. She hasn't said anything, but that elevated wiring of her motors at 150 RPMs isn't lying to me. Zoe watches us for a good hour, never leaving Simone's side, even cracked a couple of simple dad jokes to keep her spirits up. She said she'd stretch her legs out in front, gave me a meaningful and heavy tap on the shoulder, and left us to the rest of the procedure. Are you comfortable, Simone? I ask. I don't know, says Simone. No one has ever asked me that question before, she says. I see. What I mean is, does it hurt anywhere? I ask her. Oh, then I guess my answer is no, says Simone. I mean, I know that my insides are showing, but I'm not sensing that as damage. But I do feel very, very sad, Fuckboy King, says Simone. Why so, I ask. Because you see me now as a thing, she says. I'm not Simone. I'm nothing more than an Apotron C-Series JF full-service model, she says. I am nothing more than just a machine. Aw, Simone, listen, I say. True, you might have started out as a machine, but you've since grown beyond that. You have your own personality and your own distinct likes and dislikes, thoughts and feelings. To me, that makes you Simone. You are your own person, I say to her. But how do you know that I'm not just following some program, she asks. That's like saying a human being is nothing more than their environment and history, I say. What really counts is what you say you are, I say to her. If you say that you're a person, then you are a person, I say. I am a person, says Simone. Yes, you are, I agree with her. Now let me help you, I say. She's seen a lot of wear and tear, and someone used the wrong parts to patch her up, I think. Sloppy, very sloppy, I say. Good thing I have exactly what she needs. But why don't I believe it, asks Simone. Well, this is the sort of thing that takes time. Believe me, it's not any easier for us apes to get there too, I say to her. It takes a lot of affirmation from those who love you, like Miss Zoe and your regulars at Jade Palace. Count me in too, I say. Hearing you say that makes me happy, says Simone. I do mean it, I say. Now let me get to work on making you feel better. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it here for this episode, everybody. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Cybercrush 2069.